This is Jonathan Aguilar here for Pro Boxing Fans. It's fight week, 2 days to go until Joyce faces Carlos Takam. With me is the juggernaut, Joyce. Joe, how does it feel 48 hours away? How does it feel going into this fight? Does your mindset change ever when you head into certain fights, or is it always the same mentality?
I think it's always the same mentality, but especially when you get face to face with your opponent in the weigh-in and so the press conference first, then the weigh-in. It really puts things into perspective, and you've got I'm looking at Takam, he's a fucking unit, so it's going to be hard work on Saturday night, but and it's going to be an exciting fight. We're going to trade blows, and this is. I just love boxing. It's just it's a whole journey and the experience, and it's exciting because you got something to look forward to. So you got a whole training camp, so where you start, where you start to where you finish. You got something to train for. So and now it's almost there. 48 hours, and we're going to be punching each other's face.
I was watching that stare down, and you did not want to break eye contact with him. What did you see? Anything at all?
I saw his nose twitching. I was like, "Why is his nose twitching?" I was like, but nah. You have a look at them and see what they're made of, and you get a gauge for how it's going to be in there. And he's coming to fight. He's coming to win. So it's going to be a tough showdown.
So when you remember back to when you made your pro debut, I'm guessing switching from the amateurs to the pros is different aspects to it, not just in the ring but outside. You've got to do all of this stuff, media, photo shoots, etc. How do you feel you've adjusted to that over the years? It seems like it's become a lot more comfortable and natural to you.
Yeah, I think practice makes perfect. The more you do something, the better you get. And obviously my strong point is not so much talking, but I'm getting used to it, and it's beginning to flow a lot more now, and I've got a lot more to say for myself these days. So onwards and upwards.
The talking is going to be done in the ring Saturday night. In your opinion, where does Carlos Takam on paper rank compared to opponents in your career?
He ranks very highly, and he's been with all the best names. So he's going to be a tough test, and he gives them a tough test for 12 rounds almost most of his fights. So. And now is a big chance for him to, go. If he beats me, then he goes on to potentially fight Usyk or Joshua. So that's obviously something he wants to do. But I'm not going to let that happen because it's my journey, and I want to do that. So we're both going to go at it and see who's the better man.
He said to me a few weeks ago when I spoke to him, he said that you've never faced anyone like him before, and you're in for a big surprise. What do you make of that? We'll have to see. After the fight, you can ask me the same question. But I've fought around the world against guys of different stature, and I've faced guys similar to him. But he's heavy-handed. He's slightly shorter, so he's got good head movement, and he's gonna come with some shots. They're all. It's not something too dissimilar than what I have to see how the fight goes, and then I'll tell you afterwards. Well, no one's easy at this level. Let's be honest.
Yeah, no, it's just going to get harder and harder from here. But I've in my career I've progressed strategically, fighting big fights, and it's stepped up in level. I've started off in the deep end and made it's a bit of a shortcut. I've only had 12 fights, so it's. But those 12 fights have been strategic and hard fights. I haven't had many easy fights.
I saw you were sparring Alen Babic. A lot of people in the comments were saying, "I'd pay this amount to watch it. I'd pay that amount," and then we did see it. It was put on YouTube. How was that sparring?
Yeah, it was good. It was good fun. Respect to Alen. I like him, man. He's a good fighter, and he's a savage. He's savage by name, savage by nature. It's good fun actually.
How would you describe it? One word.
Savage. No, it was definitely good fun, and it was good to have him over because really prepared me for that to be lit up like that with hooks, and to learn how to defend them and where to stick my punches in the openings.
It was announced the other day, Anthony Joshua facing Oleksandr Usyk, September 25th, and you are now number 1 mandatory challenger. That's it. Being realistic though, with everything that's going on in the heavyweight scene right now, do you think you're going to have to wait a few more fights to get there? I know you're obviously not the manager of your career, you've got SJAM, but do you think you're going to have to fight a few more times before?
Yeah, I mean, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. It could be next fight, but obviously, say Joshua beats Usyk, then he'll want to probably fight, and Fury beats Wilder again. They'll probably have their fight, so I don't know whether I might have to have a fight in between, or I don't know what's going to happen, but I'm prepared.
You were at the Emirates Stadium the other day. Is that a dream venue for you, maybe against AJ?
Yeah, it's a potential venue, and especially it makes sense because I've always been an Arsenal fan, like since a kid. I don't particularly follow football or boxing, to be honest, but I enjoyed my time there, and I respect the players and stuff, and it's great to be shown around there, and I've been there before, but just in the stands, but to see the dressing rooms and what the players must go through, and walking out onto the pitch, I could I
saw you run onto it.
Yeah, I could literally hear the cheers. But they didn't let me go on the grass.
I thought I saw you run on the pitch.
No, they didn't let me go on the grass. It was like the artificial grass just before the real grass, and there wasn't a sign saying no, don't step on the grass. But I went on the grass and I got told off.
It's got to be done. I would have done the same. Anthony Joshua, Oleksandr Usyk. What's your prediction?
I think it's a tough fight, but I think Joshua is going to probably win because. But I don't know. Usyk's definitely got a box of some tricks up his sleeve. So I'm looking forward to seeing that fight and seeing how that goes. Because I could potentially fight the winner.
Yeah. When you think back to when you were with Joshua in the GB team, you must have sparred countless rounds. What do you remember from that? Were they really technical sessions? Were they just all at it?
Yeah, it was a mixture. Sometimes we did tech and practicing, throwing and defending different shots, and depending what time of where we were in the camp, whether I was, going to a tournament or he was having a fight. It was, it's all getting prepared for the Olympics. We had some great spars, and definitely iron strengthens iron. Also, Fraser Clark's in the mix as well, so. It's a great experience, and we all both learning from each other and brought each other on. So,
who would you say the best person you've ever sparred?
I don't know. I've had a lot of good spars. Obviously, Joshua and Fury up there. Fraser Clark as well. Mike Perez, I had a good sparring match with. Yeah, when this is before I signed with David, we had a toe-to-toe, tash-to-tash fight up in Ireland.
Okay.
That was tough because he's technical. He's southpaw and he's technical as well. So yeah, it's good. It's good fun.
Joe, I just want to talk about Fraser Clark. Obviously, the Olympic is starting very soon. I'm sure you'll be rooting for Fraser and the rest of the team. Any advice? Have you spoken to any of the guys?
No, I haven't actually spoken to them. Just a few messages here and there, but I mean, I support all of them, and hopefully they, get fulfil their dreams because they've trained for it's a 4-year cycle for each Olympics, but they've had to do an extra year, and it's pretty locked down in Japan. They have to they're sleeping on cardboard beds. I think they're anti-sex beds. And they have to.
You got a mole in the Olympic camp?
No, I've been watching their stories, and some of the athlete girls are saying they've been locked up, they won't let us out. There's some funny stuff, but it's a different experience, but a memorable experience at the end of the day because it's Olympics has been delayed by a year, and in Japan, and I hope they all perform well.
Absolutely. Joe, last message to the fans. There's going to be a few thousand in attendance, a lot watching at home on BT and in the US on Fight TV. Look down the camera. What do you want to tell everyone? And Takam.
Hey, it's going to be a great night. Tune in or be there or be square, and just support my journey, and it's going to be a great fight today.